watching the detectives. When they shoot, they beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no heart. A long shot at that jumping sign. Invisible shivers running down my spine. Cut the baby taking off her clothes. Close up with a sign that says we never close. You snatch a chew and you match a cigarette. She pulls the eyes out with a face like a magnet. I don't know how much more of this I can take. She's filing her nails while they're dragging the lake. She's watching the detectives. Oh, he's so cute. She's watching the detectives. Oh, and they shoot. They beat him up until the teardrops start. But he can't be wounded 'cause he's got no heart. You think you're alone until you realize you're in it now. Fear is here to stay, love is here for a visit. Call it instant chess when it's past the legal limit. Someone's scratching at the window. I wonder who is a detective from the check if you belong to the parents who are ready to hear the rest about their daughter's disappearance. So it really took a miracle to get you to stay. It only took my little fingers to blow you away. Just like watching the detectives. Don't get cute. Just like watching the detectives. Get so angry when the teardrops start. But he can't move it 'cause he's got no heart. Watching the detectives. It's just like watching the detectives. 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 Watching the
and you're a prima ballerina on a spring afternoon. Change on into the wolf man, howling at the moon. Ow.
There's no school like the old school, and I'm the fucking headmaster.
And here he is, the star of our show, direct from the bar.
Oh, shit.
You know her. You love her. You cannot fucking live without her.
I guess I was born, naturally born bad.
Happy Sunday and happy Mother's Day to all the moms and to all the dads out there too that are playing both mom and dad. Props to all of you too. Today, since it's Mother's Day, I am playing a show for me, but don't I always? But yes, so because punk rock is my favorite genre of probably across the board. I always go back to punk no matter what. Like, I don't know, I find happiness in punk rock. But since I like punk rock a lot, I'm playing a lot of songs, in that genre. And a lot of these songs though mean a lot to me, and like in a lot of different ways. But I'll go into that later. I'll let you guys enjoy the music instead.
Some call never met a girl like you before. Would you come to me today? Sing a song of sadness about a girl with a happy face, and dance upon the water with no ripple or a trace. Love is here in a cloud in the sky. Would you be my flushing bride? I don't think so, but I never met a girl like, I never met a girl like, I never met a girl like you before. We can be
the place escapes me when I can't remember. It irritates me. Could be I can't remember. Could be I choose to not. Let's move along the song and try to find the plot. There was a girl, and I don't know her name either. She gave me love, and I said I'd never leave her. If I did, I'd come back someday and find her. Maybe I will. I should write down a reminder. One day, who knows? Someday, I suppose. There was a verse that I was gonna write. I haven't yet, but there's still a chance I'm not an open book that I still wanna close. I'll find the time. Someday I suppose the place and time. I wanna be and spend a storyline that's happy in the end. Plans are never promises, certainly uncertain. I can wait to set things straight before they close the curtain. One day, who knows? Someday I suppose. The more I sort it out, the more things get distorted. I sort of think I'm better off just leaving it unsorted. The more I try to change course, the more of course it goes. Of course I'll reach my destination someday I suppose. Sort it out, get distorted. One day who knows? Hide behind, unreported. Someday I suppose. There was a place, and the name of the place escapes me, but I can't remember. It irritates me. Could be I can't remember. Could be I choose to not. Let's move the song along and try to find the plot. There was a girl, and I don't know her name either. She gave me love, and I said I'd never leave her. If I did, I'd come back someday and find her. Maybe I will. I should write down a reminder. One day, who knows? Someday I suppose. The more I sort it out, the more things get distorted. I sort of think I'm better off just leaving it unsorted. The more I try to change the course, the more of course it goes. Of course I'll reach my destination someday I suppose. The more I sort it out, the more things get distorted. I sort of think I'm better off just leaving it unsorted. The more I try to change the course, the more of course it goes. Of course I'll reach my destination.
In the town of Milton, one Brian Flanagan ratted away till his money was spent. Then he hit a big one and felt like a man again. Bought a tree decker with 2 floors for rent.
He threw a big party for friends and relations at a grand old place called Florian Hall. And if you'll just listen, I'll make your eyes glisten to the rows and directions I'll fight against Paul.
6 long months I spent in Quincy. 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months I spent in Quincy. Learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. I stepped down and I stepped in again. I stepped down and I stepped in again. I stepped down and I stepped in again. Learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. Free beer on tap and wine for the ladies. CD and sauce for Mark Porcio. There were Bays and Brady's, McAuliffe's and Daly's. Corn the girls and dancing away.
Brian Tully sang out at his Spanish ball. The patrons responded and honored them all. I spent 6 months at Forbes Academy, learning to dance for Flanagan's ball.
6 long months I spent in Quincy. 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months I spent in Quincy. Learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. I stepped down and I stepped in again. I stepped down and I stepped in again. I stepped down and I stepped in again. Learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. The boys were hammered, the girls were hearty, dancing around in couples and groups. An accident happened to young Dennis Fleming, put his right leg through his finger and shoots.
This girl, she fainted and cried bloody murder. Called for her sons and gathered them all. Christopher swore he'd go no further till he had revenge at Flanagan's ball.
6 long months I spent in Quincy. 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months I spent in Quincy. Learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. I stepped out and I stepped in again. I stepped out and I stepped
some of the boys secrete. She was blasted, had a small job, too much I suppose.
Young Scotty Jenkins, so big and able, saw his big Colleen stretched by the wall. Pulled the left leg from under the table and smashed on the dishes at Flanagan's ball.
Was a rumble, myself took a lead from me, Richard Green. But I soon replied to that fine introduction and gave him a terrible kick in the spleen.
Now when the piper nearly got strangled, they squeezed on his bellows, shatters and all.
The kid in the middle nearly got trampled, and that put an end to Flanagan's ball.
6 long months I spent in Quincy, 6 long months doing nothing at all. 6 long months I spent in Quincy, learning to dance for Flanagan's ball. I stepped out and I stepped in again. I stepped out and I stepped in again. I stepped out and I stepped in again, learning to dance for Flanagan's ball.
So I gotta be careful when I play Dropkick Murphys. For reals, man, because I get all like, I want to wreck. I don't know about you guys. I do, for reals, whenever I play them. I just want to fucking get up and start wrecking, and like, that's what you listen to before you go to a fucking hockey game. I'm not even lying. Like, throw on some Dropkick Murphys, throw on some Business, and like, just, oh, like, yeah, get ready to go and wreck and shit, for reals. So I want to go to hockey games so bad, especially right now that the Kings are playing. Like, I wish I was in LA. I see you know, people that live in California tell me all the time, like people that live in Cali, in LA mostly, are, you know, telling me that it's so expensive to go that you can't even afford to go, which bums me out, because when I was a kid, we used to go to the Great Western Forum to go watch the Kings play, and it was reasonable, you know, it wasn't very expensive. I mean, it was kind of pricey, but it wasn't like outrageous, and it just really saddens me that, I mean, I love that it's hyped up as much as it is now, you know, because LA does not have a football team. They kind of are, you know, migrating to the sports they do have, but man, you know, make it accessible to the fans, you know, especially people that can't afford that shit. But anyways, there I go on one of my fucking hockey rants. So, you know, the reason why I play, there's a few reasons why I played these songs in this last set, and I kind of just threw them together because they were all, you know, Boston. It doesn't have anything to do with hockey, actually, this one time. But Flogging Molly, that song, Never Met a Girl Like You Before, that is dedicated to my daughter Gia, because when she was little, I used to sing that to her, and then she started singing it with me whenever we would hear it in the car or whatnot. But anyways, whenever it comes out in the car, yeah, we sing it together, and it's a great album too. It's off of the it's a Flogging Molly. It's Live Behind the Green Doors, that version, because it's actually the live version. And there is an album version too, but Gia really likes the concert version, mostly because of the when the singer sings out Cinco de Mayo. Like, she really she used to crack up and giggle when she was little whenever she'd hear that, but she still does. And like, now she just sings it as part of the song, even when we hear just the normal album version. Like, in that same spot, she'll, you know, yell out Cinco de Mayo, and she'll tell me I like the other version better. So she's so cute. But anyways, the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones one was for my niece Christina, because when she was little, and I don't know if she knows it, she might not, but when she was little, she used to want to watch the movie Clueless all the time. She would beg me to watch that movie. She would ask my sister to watch that movie with her all the time. And one of the songs that comes out in that movie is Someday, I Suppose, by the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And so every time that I heard that song, it would always remind me of her. So and then I heard it the other day, and I was like, oh my God, I got to play it now. So that's for her. The last song in that set was the Dropkick Murphys, which reminds me of my best friend. He's one of my oldest, nearest, and dearest friends. His name's Dustin. He's a Penguins fan. We won't take off any points for that, I guess. He also likes the Avalanche, so, you know, cool. But anyways, so the reason why I played that song is that a lot of our parties were very much like the scenes described in that song. we used to fucking get down, man. I've had people say, you know, they're like, damn, do you still hang out with so-and-so in college? They're like, when you guys said party, like, I didn't realize what you meant by party. Like, you guys fucking party. And I'm like, yeah, we used to fucking have all kinds of liquor. Like, Dustin was a bartender. Like, I bought him a bartending guide. Like, he knew how to throw everything together. And we had like hard liquor beer, cases and cases of beer, sometimes kegs. And there's, you know, people would just migrate in and out of our parties, like people we didn't even know sometimes. And I mean, we were always so fucked up. But like I was saying, you know, those scenes were very much like our parties. And a lot of props to him, because he took care of me a lot during college. Like, I was fucking wild. Like, I used to get fucked up and like do crazy wild shit, and like things I can't even talk about. But he was always there to help me out and save me, and like took really good care of me. He's a big dude, man. He's like, what, 6'5", you know, like 250, something like, maybe bigger than that. I don't know. He's a big dude, and he took really good care of me. He's one of my nearest and dearest friends. But he also bought me this album, or gave me this album when it came out. And this song just always happens to remind me of him. And actually, this band Dropkick Murphys always happens to remind me of him. And there's my paper. So just a little tidbit of information on those songs. They're getting all fucking sentimental and shit. You see what you guys are doing to me? I can't have that bullshit. What the fuck?
Anything
come with me, hey, come with me. Hey, come with me, hey, come with me. Hey, come with me, hey, come with me. Need an escape, so lock the doors and we'll get away.
That was like a little Chris Wallard block. That first song was the Trusty Chords by Hot Water Music, followed by Chris Wallard and the Shipyard Thieves off of his latest album. That name of that song is Heavy Rolling Thunder. And I close that off with The Draft, which is the remainder of Hot Water Music without Chuck Reagan. And that is off of one of their LPs. That's the name of that track is Devil in the Shade. So I'm going to cut the hockey segment into two parts. And I'm just going to read the Stanley stories after I play the next set. But I'm probably going to start like reading little segments off of other books that I've read that are hockey related. Like I've read the two Bob Miller books that he has with his duration as the broadcaster for the Los Angeles Kings, as well as Carrie Frazier's book Final Call, which is Taz out. Sorry, my neighbor's dog just came in. Taz out. Taz out. my neighbor's dog just like strolls in whenever he wants to. Anyways, yeah, so where was I at? Yeah, so I'm going to try to incorporate some of that probably later on in my shows, but for now I'm just going to read off of that same book that I've been reading. But for now, we'll get into that later, into the Stanley stories later. For now, let me tell you, there's some just bullshit going on in the NHL right now. I'm like, I don't know, I'm kind of bugging out about the Kings. But hold on. In the East right now, Boston is up 3-2 over Montreal. I know they play today, soon actually, pretty sure. I'm sure my phone will remind me here in a bit. Pittsburgh leads over New York 3-2, and in the West, Chicago and Minnesota are tied 2-2, and LA is tied 2-2 with Anaheim. So, yeah, what the fuck is going on? So 3-2 in the West, in the East, both teams. 2-2 out in the West, both teams. Some bullshit, yes. So on Tuesday, the fucking Wild shut out the Hawks 4-0. I was like besides myself on that one. I didn't even know what to think about that. But not as much as the Ducks beating the Los Angeles Kings at home at Staples Center. The Kings look absolutely solid. And I mean, they do. They look like a fucking great. They look almost better than their 2012 run, to me, to be quite honest. And last night was a fucking testament to that. The Kings in the first fucking period looked so sloppy last night, and that was evident by like the two fucking goals that they allowed in the first, and it was the only two goals that they allowed in the first. Now, they just weren't helping their man quick, and I could see that. Like seriously, if you were watching, you could see that. But I was watching the NBC broadcast, and Jeremy Roenick on there, who's one of the broadcasters, and he's formerly from the Chicago Blackhawks as well. And I know he's played for some other teams, but I just remember him from the Hawks. But anyways, he was saying last night that he thinks that Daryl Sutter like pulled Jonathan Quick to tell his team, hey, if you're not worth playing for your number one goalie, then you know what? Don't play for him. Let's put in Martin Jones, and you can spend the rest of the time just defending your zone. And that's essentially what happened. The entire second and third period were played in the Ducks zone, and the Kings were just like, oh man, they were just awesome. They fucking were tearing it up. I mean, I think Martin Jones had a total of 4 shots on him the whole night in both periods or something like that. Because I know Jonathan Quick had 11, and there was like 14 total, so he had like 3 shots the entire night on him on his goal. One of them was on a power play, I think, something like that. So, but the big story last night with the Kings and the Ducks was that Bruce Boudreau, I can never say his name, even when he was at the fucking Capitals. He actually ended up pulling in rookie John Gibson from the AHL to shut out the Kings last night. And according to NHL.com, he is the youngest goaltender in history to have a shutout in his playoff debut at 20 years old. Some bullshit. Yeah. That's some bullshit. And they were talking about it last night too during the broadcast, and so it was like, eh. So I have to say that he gets my goalie of the week, John Gibson, for his playoff Stanley debut shutout against my team, along with Ilya Bryzgalov and Henrik Lundqvist, of course, for his spectacular work in Game 5. He had 31 saves on 32 shots. He only allowed one against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and kept his team alive in there. And they were the Rangers did good all around, so props to the fucking Rangers too. But yeah, I get a lot of my info, just to let you guys know, I get a lot of my info from watching. I actually do watch the games. I watch most, if not all of them. And if I don't watch the actual game, I watch the recaps that are on Game Center or on NHL, or what's it called, on NBC. But also, I read a lot of the stats and a lot of the stories on NHL.com. And I listen to my favorite station, of course, NHL Sirius XM, and I listen to a bunch of the shows on there. I listen to Hockey This Morning. I listen to The War Room and Power Play as well. All day sometimes. Actually, sometimes I watch Hockey Night, or listen to Hockey Night in Canada on there as well. And I listen to, to them all day long sometimes. Just, I can't, I really just phase it out. And I listen to them, agree with them, argue with them, tweet them. And forget to change it. Sometimes I'm like, after lunch I'm going to listen to Outlaw or something. And I don't. I come back and just fucking straight up listen to this shit. But anyways, I'm going to shut the fuck up. Because what do I have coming up next? See, I don't even remember. I'm so fucking out of it.
Not one more word tonight between here and there. Put a distance the size of the ocean, so now his heart can beat a skipping rhythm as the cadence carries me. I almost drift away far enough to forget, but when it comes you cannot hesitate. And when found, I will write an account and seal it in an envelope addressed to your last known residence. Lost in a deep understanding that you will see what is wrong with everything. What is wrong with you and me? They make all the right reasons to fuck it up. You're gonna fuck it up.
And ain't gonna be good. It's just a little bit of pain. You should turn and walk away. You know it ain't no good. And when I walk through the front door, as a long way to the bar, I can feel the trouble start when I walk through the door. And baby, I'm gonna show tonight. Summer right now,
tables filled with empties and they're all them in rage. Boys are playing pool, but looking straight at me. When they walk his way, smile on their face. Hey, friends of mine, ain't no that right song. Should've stayed and been the queen.
It's a Sunday. Damn. Feels like a Sunday. I didn't get all fucked up last night, but I should have. But I didn't. The Kings fucking lost. I was in fetal position crying on my bed all night, clutching my Jonathan Quick jersey. I kind of was. Well, but not really, but I was laying in bed watching TV all night. Like, I just was like, you know what? I don't feel like doing shit today. I feel like chilling out, bumming out, and just watching whatever. And I did. I think I watched, like, Robot Chicken and I don't know. Yeah, see, like, I don't even fucking remember. Probably Always Sunny I fell asleep watching because I like It's Always Sunny, too. But anyways, Stanley Stories. So this one is titled, and this is out of the World's Strangest Hockey Stories by Bart Rockwell. This little story is called Stick Showing. The Stanley Cup playoffs have been the World Championship of ice hockey since 1894. It is the dream of every hockey player to one day be on a team that wins the Stanley Cup. However, in 1919, there was no Stanley Cup winner, and it was all because of a terrible flu epidemic that swept across North America. In 1919, the Seattle Metropolitans, who were the champions of the Pacific Coast Hockey League, took on the Montreal Canadiens, who were the champions of the National Hockey League, in the Stanley Cup Finals. After 5 games had been played, the score was Montreal 2 wins and Seattle 2 wins, before the game ending in a tie. Before the 6th and deciding game was played, a terrible flu struck. Several Montreal Canadian players became sick, including Joe Hall, who had to be hospitalized. The Stanley Cup's final game was postponed when Hall suddenly died from the disease. Health officials ordered the Stanley Cup playoffs canceled. The series was never settled. It ended with the teams tied at 2 games apiece. It was the first and only time since 1984, or the lockouts actually, that the Stanley Cup champions were not crowned. So, just a little bit of information on that one, because I thought that one was totally fucking cool, because I had always, especially reading back in the history, I had always read that there was one Stanley Cup that was never crowned, and I knew that it involved the Montreal Canadiens, but I can never remember the name of the other team, which is Seattle, which is right. I thought they were AHL, but they were PCHL. But anyways, so yeah, like, and that's why I'm glad I have this book, is because sometimes I can't remember shit. I can always refer back to it, and it has a lot of the old stories about a lot of the old teams that actually aren't franchised or in playing anymore. I mean, so the other one that I wanted to read is Broken Record. I thought this one was pretty fucking cool, especially because, you know what, hockey players aren't fucking, you know, they aren't pussies. That's the one thing. Like, they play with fucking broken ribs, broken ankles, fractures, concussions. Like, what was that player? I can't remember the name of the player that, like, lied about getting his head checked, and, you know, because he didn't want to go through the 20-minute concussion check with doctors. He wanted to get back out and on the ice and play, and, like, they were criticizing him for it, which, I mean, I can understand. It's like, you know, this one thing that you could have fixed right now is going to ruin, you know, you for permanently in the future. You know, he needed to be resting if he had a concussion and whatnot. But anyways, a lot of these players are willing to play with broken bones and, you know, broken pieces and hurt parts and whatnot. So, you know, props to them. And you know what, football players are probably, rugby players right behind them are equal to them, rodeo riders too, you know, and football players not too far behind. There's very few sports that are as rough as hockey, and those that are, it's, you know, they demand a lot of their, you know, not just physically from their athletes, but mentally, and the effects that it leaves mentally, as I was talking about last show. But anyways, I'm sounding like a broken record, which is ironic because the name of this little story from this book is called Broken Record. Bobby Braun of the Toronto Maple Leafs refused to let anything interfere with his playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. In 1964, Braun was a defenseman for Toronto in the series that pitted the Maple Leafs against the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit was leading the series 3-2 when Braun faced off against Detroit's Gordie Howe with the game tied. Attempting to win the faceoff, Braun heard a loud crack in his ankle as his right leg collapsed under him. He was carried to the locker room and stayed there until the third period ended, with the score tied 3-3. After taking a local anesthetic to dull the throbbing pain in his ankle, Braun returned to the ice to play the sudden death overtime, despite protests from the Toronto officials. Amazingly, he scored the winning goal to even the series at 3 games apiece. With the 7th and final game of the Stanley Cup Finals on tap, Braun refused to have his ankle x-rayed until the series was concluded. No matter how much anyone argued, he insisted on playing in the final game, no matter what condition his leg was in. Braun played in Game 7, and Toronto won the Stanley Cup. Only after the cup was in Toronto's hands did he agree to have his ankle x-rayed. It was then discovered that Braun had scored the winning goal in Game 6 and played all of Game 7 in the series with a fractured ankle. Isn't that interesting? So yeah, I thought that was pretty fucking interesting. And I hope you guys can hear me because I feel like I'm talking low. I turned my mic up a little bit, so if I'm too loud, I'm sorry, but I feel like I'm talking kind of low. So I don't know. But anyways, I thought those were pretty interesting. I'm going to play some more bullshit.
I'm living on steady faith, kind of life to restrict your breath. Never been a better time than this. Suffocate out eternal bliss in a city. It's worth it so much, yeah. You see me rise above and take its place. The heart pumps until it dies. Drain the blood, the heart is wise. All my friends are murdered. Hey, all my bones are marrows in. All these fiends want teenage rage. All my friends are murdered. Quite like you could shimmer and rot at the same time through. There's never been a better time in this town. Bite the hand out the frostbit evidence. All my friends are murdered. Hey, all my bones no marrows in. All these fiends want teenage rage. All my friends are murdered. So here we go. All my friends are murdered. Hey, all my bones no marrows in. All these fiends want teenage me. All my friends are murdered. He's gone
the museum where they sat. Rich stag on his own swag, I can take the night, whoa. Rich stag on young and mag, boy, nobody owns.
I totally fucking almost zoned out. Both of those last two sets, man, are fucking great, fantastic songs. And a lot of these songs, like you said, they're some of my favorite songs. And there a lot of them too are, you know, songs that when I'm sad or mad or whatever, like I listen to like kind of help me through it, you know, like that's my go-to is music. And especially like Hot Water Music, Trusty Chords, that's one of my ultimate favorite songs. Against Me, Sink Floor to Sink, that's one of my favorite songs by that band. Queen of Lower Chelsea by Gaslight Anthem, I fucking love that song. I love Lucero, anything by them. Fucking, there's like, I think there's like 3 songs total of their entire dossier that I do not like seriously 3 total, and they're like more of their punk rock songs. I really can't get a hit on those. The one that I just played was kind of punk rock-ish, but it wasn't horrible. Some of the other ones I just I just won't listen to. But anyways, I like most, if not all of their music. They are great lyric writer. I like lyrics, you know. Lucero, Gaslight Anthem, Against Me, totally great with lyrics. The other set with the Distillers, the Germs, and the Coffin Cats, those are the Germs. That's probably my favorite song by the Germs, is Richie's Dagger's Crime. I fucking love that song. I don't know what it is about it. I just do. I like the intro. But yeah. And then the Coffin Cats, that album that is off of, that's Drunken Daylight, I believe. Yes, Drunken Daylight. That album, when I was going through a fucking dark fucking time in my life. I mean, dark, like drinking bottles and bottles and bottles of vodka like it was water, day after day and night after night. And I listened to that album a lot, and I wrote a lot of poetry and started my book with that album. Was, a big influence on the book that I started writing. And I'm glad that I did, because, I got a lot of that trash out. And by the end of it, and, I wasn't an alcoholic anymore. And then, I ended up loving that album anyways, just because, it told kind of like a story. So if you guys have not heard that album by the Coffin Cats, I suggest that you do. It is called Drunken Daylight. I bought it like the day it came out. I'm not even kidding you, because I'm a huge fan. I was a huge fan of Tommy Coffin. He's no longer with them anymore. But the Coffin Cats are badass. I like all of their older stuff. I really haven't heard any of their stuff with their new guitar player, because when Tommy left, it kind of like took my heart with him. I was kind of like a little stalker. So yeah, whatever. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. But anyways, if however you are listening to us, go and please give us feedback, whether you are listening to us via iTunes, Spreaker, or Radio Billy FM. We do check that out, and we do love you for it. But go and check out Radio Billy anyways. They're at www.radiobillyfm.com, and just browse around there, whatnot. They're also, or Radio Billy is also on Facebook, on Google Plus, and Twitter, and yada yada yada. If you want to shout out me or give me a shout out, I'm already kind of fucked up. But anyways, if you want to give me a shout out, you can do so. I have all of my information on the show notes. I put that on there for you guys. But yeah, so yeah, happy Mother's Day, y'all.